This back in the day agriculture community is becoming a place of modern luxury. This booming downtown keeps developing, and if you're looking for a little bit more of a countryside living, this place will deliver.
Even though we're downtown Waxhaw, we still are about 35 minutes away from uptown, right? The location and vibe here is going to be a lot different from the towns we normally do. So your Cornelius, your Huntersville, your even Belmonts, right? So if you think of Waxhaw, think of what Belmont used to be. Hey, there's a bee floating around here. So if y'all see this jump, just know it's like 2 or 3 of them. I don't know what they're doing.
See, right there.
Look, they're huge. Oh. All right. Next thing, right? Single lane roads.
Yep.
Me and Kevin were just talking about them. There's a lot of them here. So because Waxhaw is starting to pick up,
Right.
it's gonna get backed up bad. And
Yep.
if me and Kevin don't leave here in about an hour, hour and a half, we gonna get stuck right here in Waxhaw for the next 2 hours. So that is something to think about when you guys are choosing Waxhaw for your place that you guys want to be.
And I mean, traffic is definitely getting a little bit worse, especially around those rush hour times, because people are choosing Waxhaw as a place to live because they want to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Want something of a more quaint, smaller town feel.
Yes.
Right? Because it is a cute little place, right?
Yeah,
The downtown is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
so people want this, but because of that and that one lane in and out, it gets congested.
Yes, for sure. Now, I don't know, we're not saying there ain't nothing to do down here. It's just,
For sure.
it ain't a whole lot to do.
If you want something more relaxing and chill,
Yes.
this is it. Now, just because you're rural, take it with a grain of salt, because Waxhaw is growing. We literally there was a population of 10,000 people in 2010, and now in 24 we have 25,000 people.
So 15,000 people
15,000
in this
people
small
more.
town
Yeah,
in
right.
10 years,
and
15
it just
years?
keeps growing and growing and growing.
Yes.
Now, in the downtown area, like we said before, it does have a lot to offer. Right on Main Street, you have a lot of bars, you have some restaurants where you can hang out. I think they do a lot of public events sometimes, you know, out here. And the good thing is, it's free parking.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's one of the amenities of not being in the city where in Charlotte, it's freaking expensive to park.
Heck yeah. You can talk about $16, $20.
right.
If there's a tournament at the Bank of America Stadium tonight, it's going to be $30 to park easily.
Yeah. There's also other things close by. I mean, like I said, Charlotte's close by, and then Ballantyne is actually fairly close, which Ballantyne has a bunch of businesses. So if you're working, that might be something shopping. So Ballantyne has a lot to offer. South Park is not too far away, just a little bit further north from there. But also, if you want to hit the beach, Myrtle Beach, 3 hours away. Savannah, Georgia, 3 hours away, right? Asheville, as far as like hitting the mountains, we're talking about an hour and a half to 2 hours away. So it's not like you're super far. That's one of the cool things about being in Waxhaw. It's like you're still close, but you kind of tucked away.
If I were you guys, if you really wanted to go out, I would go to Ballantyne at the Bowl more than hitting up uptown Charlotte.
Oh yeah.
Because Ballantyne is nice and you get that same family knit environment that you get in Waxhaw. Speaking of family friendly, it's a stat out there that about 85 to about 90% of people in Waxhaw have families, or this is what makes it a true family-oriented environment. And only 15% of people living in Waxhaw are renters. They are putting up more development, so I know the neighbors and the community is a little bit upset about that, but it happens when you have a growing economy like you got down here in Waxhaw, which is nice.
Now let's talk real estate. Obviously, the people moving here is one of the big topics that everybody wants to know, what kind of real estate Waxhaw has to offer. And just to look at the overall picture of the activity when it comes to real estate, like within the last 6 months, 400 homes have sold, right? That includes townhomes and single family homes. And the average price point for a home, which is a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, which is the average home at that price, is $860,000. Now, you do get a good sized home with that, and a good sized lot with that, especially the further you get away from the city again, right? But you do get a bunch of space, and that's why so many people come out here, because they want that bigger lot, they want that nice house, and they want to have that privacy and get away from the hustle and bustle.
So now we're at our first neighborhood, which is going to be Alma Village. Again, a nice, comfortable price range, especially for Waxhaw, $300,000 to $500,000 for townhomes townhomes and single family. So it really just depends on which one you want to go with. But still, in that $300,000 to $500,000 price range is a beautiful thing. A lot of these lots over here too, which is a unique feature, also has quarter-acre lots. And the HOA is not too bad at $447 a year.
It's nice. These homes have some separation, right? Because we looked at some other homes, for example, Cornelius, where they were really close together. You don't run into that. Quarter-acre lots does give you a little bit of privacy, especially if you put up a fence as well. You're gonna love it. All right, guys, so here are the townhomes, which are located just right at the entrance of the neighborhood. Price, again, between $300,000 and $500,000. Now, the HOA is a little bit more, which is normal for a townhome community. We're looking at $235 per month. Okay.
Still not bad though.
Still not bad. I've definitely seen it higher, but just keep in mind, you have no exterior maintenance and a lot of the stuff is going to be taken care of. All right, now we are in Briarcrest North, which is absolutely a stunning community. So nice, a lots to offer. Now let's talk about home prices. Let's just jump right into the juice. Okay, home prices here range from $650,000 all the way up to $1 million. But you do get a nice size house with this. We're talking about 3,000 to 6,000 square feet.
Flip it around for them. Flip it around. Look at that.
Let me see. Can you check this out? I mean, this is. Look at this. This is nice, right?
That's beautiful. And that's one thing we forgot to say. We said rural, but we really meant country suburban. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is that lifestyle. It's that little bit of country with that suburban little twist on there. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the icing on the cake right there.
I mean, it's lovely. Me and Devontae were just talking. He said he could live here.
All day long.
He could live here. It does come with an HOA, which is $300 a quarter. But it does come with some awesome amenities. Okay, you have tennis courts. You have a swimming pool with a slide. I mean a slide board, not just a slide board, a slide where water comes down. Okay, you have a clubhouse. I mean, it literally has a lot to offer, and you're still 10 to 50 minutes away from downtown Waxhaw. So you're not super far removed. Now, Waxhaw, obviously, from what we have told you, sounds absolutely fantastic. But Devontae, what are some of the cons? Because nothing is perfect.
It's going to be expensive in Waxhaw, right? Again, if you're more south, the further you go south, Waxhaw, you can get inside that first-time homebuyer's price range. But for the most part, on average, like I said, that was over these last 6 months. You're going to spend some money here in Waxhaw.
You will.
And then also, you guys have to think about, Kevin mentioned earlier very briefly, the single-lane roads, right? There's one road that leads you from here to uptown, and that is
Providence Road.
Providence Road. That's it. So imagine that 25,000 people turns into 30, that 30 turns into 35 or whatever. The next 10 years.
It's gonna happen.
The infrastructure here is not the best right now.
Now, obviously, schools are super important, especially what high school are you gonna send your kids to get them prepared for life and for college? Now, there are two high schools worth mentioning in Waxhaw, which is Marvin Ridge High School, and I'm probably gonna butcher this one. I am German, so I'm gonna say it this way. Es tut mir leid. It is Cuberson High School.
I think you got it, man. Cuberson.
Did I say that right, Devontae?
Yeah, I think you got it.
Okay. Well, either way, I apologize. Again, English is my second language, so bear with me now. But they are a fantastic high school. Marvin Ridge Lily scored 97 out of 100 with a student population of 2,100 students. Cubertson scored a 90 out of 100 with 2,000 students. So they are really top notch when it comes to education. There's really not much to say when it comes to anything negative, besides the teacher-student ratio is a little high, where it's either 23 or 22 to 1. So each teacher has a bunch of students to take care of, but other than that, top-notch education. So the Union school system, well, this is actually Union schools, right? And if you're curious which particular high school your kid is gonna go to, you can literally find it out pretty simple. You can go to Union County Public Schools, go under facility, go under attendance maps, and you can literally see which particular one you're going to go to. So,
and that's a great point too, Kevin, because if you guys are looking to send your child to a specific school, let's say you've done your research and you really want to send them to Marvin Ridge, make sure you guys are thinking about buying inside that specific border map. All right, so take Kevin's advice, go online, go to Union County Schools, look at that border map. If you guys want to send your child to a specific school, I cannot stress this enough, make sure that we are purchasing inside that area. We got schools done. We already talked about the neighborhoods. Let's talk about shopping a little bit. Obviously, this is going to be very subjective depending on you guys' taste, right? Waxhaw itself, you're gonna have more mom and pop shops. A lot of them are gonna be found on Main Street and on Broome downtown, right? A lot of mom and pop stores. You do have Old Hickory. You also have another shopping center, which is gonna be Curtin. So you got those kind of shopping plaza malls and things like that inside of Waxhaw that you don't have to go too far for. But big box stores, Ikeas, Tarjets, all that stuff, you're not gonna find that too much inside of Waxhaw. But you can easily take a short drive up and go to, like I said, Ballantyne. If you really, really want to go back inside the city, you can always go to Uptown or someplace close there, or just go east over to Matthews. So you have some options. You don't have to always stay in, Waxhaw if you don't need to, but they don't have as many big stores or designer stores, definitely not, that other cities or towns around the Charlotte area has. So another thing that you guys want to think about. As always though, we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. I know we toured a bunch of different neighborhoods, talked about a lot of different stuff. If you guys are moving down to Charlotte and the Waxhaw is on your list, make sure you guys hit me and Kev up with a call, email, text, it does not matter. We always pick up the phone, and if we don't pick up right away, guarantee you we're gonna call you back very shortly. As always, Kevin, any of your famous last words?
Honestly, this one is going to be a little bit different. I have a little bit of fun fact. Did you know that Waxhaw also has some really cool antique shopping?
There we go. Okay.
Like, people will go there for antique shopping. Yeah, they have like this big antique store right in downtown on Main Street. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm not an antique guy, Kev, so I don't know if I'll be shopping there, but I'll take your word for it.
So, if you're into antique shopping, Waxhaw might be your spot as well.
All right, that's definitely a fun fact.
Besides a fun fact, thank you again for hanging out with us. We truly appreciate it. We love making these videos, and we would love to earn your business if you happen to relocate or looking to purchase in the Charlotte area. Until next time, see ya.
See you soon.